So welcome. It's the first show as promised. It's the Hodaviah Fuze. Now, I would be ignorant if I don't touch upon a topic that's got South Africa bleeding. Actually, no, it's got the whole world bleeding. Today, we're going to be talking about depression. Now, I've got Nomsa Rubushe, who's also a victim of depression. She herself goes through depression. She's been faced with having friends. She's lost friends actually who've gone through depression. Now, I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to see, where do we actually miss the mark? Where do we not find the spots to actually talk to these people? She's going to just give us a lowdown on maybe what actually happens. So I've got her here today. Nomsa, welcome to the Hodaviah Fuze Show.
It's good to be here, oddly enough.
Like I said, guys, she's going to tell us everything. Now, I just want to know, one thing firstly. How can we help? How can we help this bad thing that's happening to South Africa and the rest of the world?
That would be easier if people weren't ignorant. But how can you help? Okay, firstly, treat it the way you treat any other chronic illness. Yeah. Firstly, it takes over your body just like diabetes does, just like HIV does, just like cancer does. Just because it's a mental thing, people have this ability to think that but like it'll just go away.
Yeah.
Get over it, you'll be fine. Whilst it's like an illness, it's like having the flu and not going to the doctor. Yeah. Chances are it's going to get worse. And people's ignorance makes it hard for anyone to ask for help. That's why people just decide to do their own thing and end up going through even worse situations. So the way people can actually help is just by understanding you can't just chase it away or just tell it to put itself on the side, ignore it. You actually have to go through processes and due diligence to actually try and sort yourself out in that department.
Gosh, she said something so important. She said that it's like any other disease, like HIV, it's like asthma. It's chronic. But the thing is, us as black people, we all take it like that. If I was to tell my parents that I'm going through depression, they'd be like,
simple, we'll pray it out. We will pray it out.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's got a stigma attached, and I think that's what making it so bad. We've recently just lost a hip-hop star, and I think that's gotten everybody really looking at it in a different manner. So I want us to see how we can treat it as an actual illness, because it is an illness. If people are dying from it, then it's something we've got to focus on. Tell me about the stigma attached. Tell me about how your parents or family would take it if you were to actually say, I've got depression.
That's gonna be hard. It's like how gay kids will tell you that I couldn't get out of the closet because of my family. You have this there's this thought in your head that's like, okay, if I do actually decide to talk to them, I end up getting judged or being told that, Yazini, you can't deal with your problems, just sort out your own issues. It's a phase, it'll pass. Everyone goes through difficulty in life, you can fix it out. So telling family is kind of more complicated than sorting it out on your own. Because some things I know you keep to yourself. Like people with HIV, no one knows their status. You could be walking with them, living with them, they could be your friends and you wouldn't know that. And it's just like that with kids with depression. We just decide to keep quiet about it because it's safer when no one knows. Because once they do know, they start treating you differently. Oh, Kawia, always crying, always got problems, you always want to be treated specially, you need something extra that no one else has, you just want the attention, and it's not even the case. We would like it if you actually ignored us and treated us the way you did before you found out that we have issues.
And another thing is, when she's talking, you realize she's such a bubbly person. She's a happy person. I think that's what causes the most confusion, that it's the most happiest people, it's the most loudest people, the people who are always smiling. They're the very people who suffer from depression. Now, Nomsa, balance me. Where's the line drawn, or where do you actually cross over the line? Because you're a happy person. I mean, what happens?
Okay, most comedians have depression. That's the first thing. Most successful people have depression. It's been proven, stats prove that the people who are the most brilliant or the best at what they do tend to suffer from depression. Because at times we find it easier, like with most actors, they find it easier to just cover it up by telling jokes. Me telling you a joke is me, especially if I see that you're depressed or you're sad or you're going through something, I'd rather not make you dwell on what's going on with you. I'd rather make you laugh. It's easier for me that way. I make people laugh. I'm me, and everyone is comfortable with that.
So you're basically trying to cover it up.
It's not necessarily covering it. It's me trying to give myself hope that I can actually continue with life the way it is. I don't have to treat myself differently. I don't have to change the way I am. I was naturally like this. It coming is going to come whenever it decides to come, but at the time that it's not attacking me, I'm fine, I'm me. And I think the line is drawn when people assume that I'm always happy. We all go through something eventually.
Yeah.
It takes longer for us. The brain chemistries are different. What you would assume I'd get over in 2 days will probably take me 2 years, will take me a lifetime to get over. And that's the thing, it's the brain chemistry that makes it hard for people to see what's going on, because I can laugh. I could be going through the worst. My brain could be going through a lot. I could be suffering from a panic attack and I'd still laugh. Yeah. And it's easier that way. People don't pressurize you into acting differently or into being someone different.
Oh, it opens a whole new page to me. But now, last question. I want to know, and everybody else at home wants to know as well, how can we help? What can we do? I mean, what are the first signs? As a parent or as a friend, what can I really do to help you out? Because I don't want you committing suicide. I don't want you slitting your wrists. I don't want you dying. I don't want you going away. I want you to tell me how I can help. Everybody wants to know. That's the real question. How can we help? Yeah, how can we help?
Okay. Firstly, if you have you're suspecting that your friend is probably going through something, don't shove the idea of getting help. Try and it's like when people are like, how do you tell a person they have bad breath? Hey, oh, dude, do you want to go drink mouthwash? It's like that. Just find a way around it. Don't make it seem blatant or straightforward that unenkinga and I'd like to help you. Make it seem like, you know what, it's a normal day, you and I, let's just go for a talk, let's talk.
So you mean we should talk about it?
We should talk about it. Black community should actually talk about this. You guys don't understand. You don't talk. You guys don't talk about
I know,
this.
we don't talk. We don't.
Our churches don't recognize it. We can have these things. I know recently at church, there's a program going on. If you know someone that suffers from a chronic disease, hit us up and we'll help them out with their medication, deliver it to them, give it to them on Sundays. But kids with depression also have medication. Kids with there's this assumption in the black community that you will get over whatever you're going through. And that's the problem. The black community suffers from depression the most. We have pressures from everyone, including our families, including our friends, society as a whole. Being black is hard. It is hard. And people not recognizing that it is an illness and not just a state of mind is probably going to be the first thing that will help unlock as a human that it's not a state of mind, it's an illness. Treat it like an illness. A person that you know has diabetes, when you see them drinking cold drink, dude, are you sure you want to do this? Do you take your medication? When they're hungry, everyone gets worried, okay, they're going to start shaking, they're going to go through a lot. And that's basic. If you can unlock it in your mind that it's a problem, sort it out, maybe then the world could try. Because with my friends, I know it takes a lot for you to recognize that a person has it. Sometimes too late, when you probably killed themselves at the time that you do actually find out.
So yes, guys, we don't want it to be too late. One thing I noted that she said is take it like an illness. If you know at home that you've got somebody with TB, you make sure they're taking their medication. You make sure that they're healthy. So as well, if you know somebody's got depression, if you know they're stressed out, whatever the case may be, make sure you're close to them, talk to them. We don't want to lose more people. The stats of suicide are growing every single day. South Africa, it's getting haywire. We need to actually bring this to our attention, talk to people and solve this. We don't want to lose any more lives to depression. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next show.
Can we get this mic off?